Today we're going to be talking about different coffee tampers and why you should buy one over the other. Having a consistent tamp will often give you consistent results when it comes to extracting the coffee grounds out of your espresso shot. So with me I have 4 different tampers, and I kind of want to explain the difference between the 3 that I have versus a traditional one that I also have next to me. So this is kind of a similar traditional one that is out there. It has a flat bottom like so, and you simply just press it down on your coffee grounds. So here's your portafilter. Just simply push it down there and try to make it as evenly as possible. And by evenly, I mean you want it as flat as possible, but you also want it to be consistent pressure if you're able, which can be kind of hard to do when you're not consistently pulling shots like the average person that works at a coffee shop. Typically, we are doing 1 to 4 shots a day here at our home, which makes learning and being consistent when it comes to tamping very difficult. So right here I have a standard 58 millimeter portafilter and 3 various tampers that are different than the standard traditional tamper that you'd often see in coffee shops and often see come with your espresso if it's not one of those small piece of plastic tampers that are out there. So I want to go over all 3 of them with you and tell you which one I would buy and why. We have the iCap Force tamper here. This one has a spiral base on the bottom of it, and basically you press down and it will give you a consistent force, and it will even it out too. So you can see that there's a little lip on the bottom of it, which means it will always rest perfectly on the portafilter. So when you push it down, you'll eventually hear a little kind of feedback noise indicating that you tamped it perfectly fine. That iCap tamper comes in, let's see, it currently is being sold for $36. And the nice thing about this is you can actually take this tamper apart and many of the other ones, and you can change the pressure of force that you're giving it. So you can change that between 15 pounds, 25 pounds, and then 30 pounds as well. The next one I have is the Normcore, and this is just a simple spring-loaded tamper versus a force tamper. So a force tamper will kind of give you direct feedback where the spring tamper will not. There's really, in my opinion, not too much of a difference of it. This is a $49 tamper. It's got a nice black base on it, and also does the same thing where you put it on your portafilter and it will make sure you have a very level tamp. It also comes with various springs as well as this little Normcore metal thing to put your tamper on when you're not in use. The next one is the most expensive one, which is also the most interesting one, and that is the Buku tamper. This is a 3-in-1 tamper. So what that means is it has a WDT tool. So it has these little kind of needle things that you'd use to distribute your grounds, and it also comes with the force. There's spring-loaded tamper, so when you push it down, you can kind of hear a little click, indicating that you're hitting the correct pressure. And it also comes with a funnel. So we're going to get into exactly what that all means here in just a bit. But 3 different tampers, 3 different styles, and it really comes down to how much money you're going to spend. Are these worth it over the standard one that you can get for like $10 or might even come with your machine? And I think that really kind of just depends on who you are. For me personally, I have found that it's really, really nice to have one of these self-levering tampers where it has this ledge where you know that you're going to get consistently flat tamping. The nice thing about that is you never have to worry about whether you are getting consistent results when it comes to tamping your espresso pucks. However, one of the huge drawbacks that I think is often overlooked in it is cleaning these things. Often underneath of this, what happens is as you force down ground, or as you tamp, it's going to push some of the grounds up over the top of the tamper, and it's going to get wedged in between here, so you have to take a little brush to clean it out. And that has happened on all my iCap one, my Normcore one, and then as well as my Buku one. All have that same issue where it's getting stuck on the in between the self-leveling part and the tamping base. Now, why would you buy one over the other? First off is obviously the consistency is why you'd maybe want to spend some more, and the feel and the function of them all. When it comes to a lot of different steps that you may or may not do when it comes to making espresso, oftentimes you might want to use that WT method, which requires you to take your portafilter, put a little funnel. This one is from Flair, I believe. You put a little funnel on your portafilter, you take your WDT tool, whatever it is, and you're often going to break up those grounds and make it super even and consistent, but you're going to want the funnel on the outside of it, because that would then prevent you from making a mess when it comes to making your coffee. Oftentimes when you distribute your grounds with that needle tool, it's going to overflow on the other side of your portafilter, making it kind of a mess. So funnel is always a nice thing to have. So then what's going to happen is, on your workflow, you are going to pour your grounds into your said portafilter. You're going to put your funnel on. You're going to drop the funnel, it's fine. You're going to put your funnel on, then you're going to take your WDT tool, and then you're going to go back on it, then you're going to take your funnel off, and then you're going to put your self-leveling tamper on there, and then tamp. And that's a lot of different accessories and a lot of different places to store them, and it can be kind of difficult when it comes to cleaning your coffee bar and leaving it pretty well tidy. That would require you to buy the tamper, the WDT tool if you want to do that, and then the funnel if you want to do that, and all three of which I use on a fairly regular basis, or at least it's nice to have if I don't use it every single day. That's where it comes to this interesting portion of the fact that these come in at quite a bit different prices. We got $36 again for this iCap one, we have $50 for the Normcore one, and we have a $89 for this Buku one. I want to give a full disclosure. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me produce more content. It's expensive and it takes a lot of time and energy to make these videos. Liking and subscribing is a free way you can support this channel. If you're looking at buying any of these, use the link below. I'll make a small kickback from Amazon. This isn't going to cost you anymore. It's an easy way to support the channel. And lastly, the iCap sent me this tamper for free, and Buku also sent me this tamper for free. In Normcore, I paid the full $50 for earlier on, about 6 months ago or so, to get my first self-leveling tamper. So I want to talk about this Buku one for a little bit, because it has quite a few features that you don't get on the others. First of all, it's got this magnetic funnel on it, which is very small and compact. The tamper itself sits on that funnel, and you can tamp through the funnel itself, and you have the WDT. So the nice thing about it is you grind, put your beans in there, whatever, use the WDT method. Put that back in the top of your tamper like so, push it down, tamp through it. Once you're done tamping, you take the whole thing off, and then you just set it down there too, and you have a puck ready to go. It works super well, super convenient, and it's all those three accessories stored in this small little convenient area. Everything is super nice on it when it comes to the fact that this WDT tool itself is magnetic on the inside of it. So it's really, really easy to put back in there. You just simply press down, and then it doesn't fall out unless you pull it out. It's very, very satisfying to use. You can also tamp without the funnel if you don't find yourself using that funnel, and you can still get an even tamp with it, or you can tamp through the funnel as well. You still have that issue where you get some coffee grounds in between it, but I found that I use this so much that I enjoy the convenience of every single part of it. The iCap one, I just find it not super comfortable. I find the clicking, like, it just doesn't tamp as smooth as I would like it to. I don't really know how to explain that. It just doesn't feel very ergonomic when it comes to the shape of the handle. There's a lot of rough edges when you put it on there. The Normcore one, it feels good in your hand. It tamps level. And this is the only tamper that I found with this black base on it, which I just find super, super nice. It fits portafilter super well, and it's overall designed super well. So personally, what I would do if I'm buying a tamper and I find myself wanting a self-leveling tamper, the con of it is that little bit of mess, and it's not going to develop your skill of tamping evenly. If you're looking at tamping evenly and you want your own tamper like that, I'd recommend the Barista Hustle. This is the one that I typically use, except I don't have it here at home. It's at work because I use it every single day there. If I'm not looking toward that, the Barista Hustle, I believe, is $50. I would then skip the iCap one. I just don't like the feel of it. I don't like the use of it. It's not a bad option. If money's tight, it is still a good tamper, and you can still do a good job with it at $36. But I personally like the feel and the fit and the finish of the Normcore one, that I think it's worth the extra $15 personally for me. If you're buying cheap coffee, buy better coffee first. That will always help. And if you're tight on money, buy the Normcore or buy the iCap one and spend that extra money on coffee to get better results. If you have a higher budget, the Buku one is really, really nice. I didn't really care for it at first, like I didn't expect to want it and enjoy it, but it's really nice to have that option of having that funnel, having the WDT all at once. It keeps my coffee bar super clean. It's super easy to use, and it's so nice that I almost want a second one for my office machine. It just works that well. If you have any questions on these, I hope that gives you some better understanding of tampers and which one you might want to use for coffee at home. Overall, get a nice tamper, get one that fits your portafilter basket well, upgrade from the cheap plastic one that comes with your machine. If you had a nicer machine and it came with a nice aluminum one, then you should be good to go. But having a consistent tamp is really, really nice because that's one variable that you don't have to worry about messing up. There's a lot of different things when it comes to pulling good shots of espresso, and if you can eliminate any of those things going wrong, it's always worth doing so. And I think a tamper is a no-brainer way to prevent any issues of that happening. And any issues of an uneven tamp or uneven distribution can all be solved with a self-leveling tamper, and you always know you'll have good, consistent results with it. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.